500 cigarettes.
Okay, another week, another Jujutsu Kaisen episode, but the GOAT Higuruma is finally here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda hyped. Enough of me yapping, let's tap in. So the episode starts off in the precinct where Higuruma is talking to his client, and Kita says that the police stopped him so they can question him, but he didn't have time for that. He had a cat waiting for him at home, and if he doesn't get there, it could die. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's valid, but we find out that 2 people got stabbed in their home, so the cops, noticing that Kita lived nearby, was like, yeah, we gotta lock this nigga up. So they arrest him. Now, earlier, Kita was caught on camera running away from the cops, but they followed him home and found the murder weapon, and it also matched both victims' DNA.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Now, in the interrogation room, Kita was like, it's not mine, trust, I just found it on the street. Why would he pick up the murder weapon? I'm not gonna lie, bro must be a crayon eater. We cut to Higuruma's assistant, and she's like, clearly he did it. A truly innocent person wouldn't run away from the cops. And Higuruma says that he was questioned illegally, so he had no choice but to put on the burners. But come on now, he picked up the murder weapon. Bro must not have any brain cells. We find out that bro's a caretaker in this retirement home, and supposedly he's not really getting paid that much. Bro must have found this job from Indeed. We then find out that some of the residents in this retirement home do have prior records, and also the building does not allow anyone to call the cops or the ambulances, so bro was cooked from the start. Higuruma surprisingly believes bro's story, and he's like, I'll clear bro's name no matter what. Nah, W lawyer for real. So they get to walking, and his assistant says, man, why do we gotta do all this work for? The public already thinks this nigga's guilty. And she also says that bro might receive the death penalty, so he might be done for. But Higuruma says, nah, we gotta lock in, we can't just keep getting easy cases. And then we just cut to Higuruma's assistant talking to one of his past co-workers, and she's like, man, Higuruma hadn't changed a bit. Wait, don't tell me he's always been like that. Shit, I'll be honest, girl, he might have gotten worse. And then she begins to give us some lore. Apparently, bro was on a case that involved a 19-year-old reckless driver. Everyone at his workplace pressured him into drinking, so he did. And then he just got backdoored by his co-workers. After the judge found him guilty, he calls Higuruma a liar. Grown-ass man, by the way, you shouldn't have been doing that. We cut to Higuruma talking to the same woman in the diner, and she says, listen, stop trying to save people who don't got it like that. I know you're trying to save people, but these niggas is corrupt. There's nothing that we can do. We go back to the present as Higuruma is working his ass off to clutch up for bro, and it all pays off because the judge found him innocent.
That's that real music, man.
Now, you would think Kita beat the system, but Higuruma says that they're not done yet because they might appeal this. Immediately after this, the news starts treating bro like the Bay Harbor Butcher, and the public can't believe they let bro walk away. Still, I'm not gonna lie, my boy Higuruma became a celebrity, got people taking photos of him in public. Anyways, Higuruma tells Kita that the thing that was stolen wasn't found in his house. Also, one of the residents nearby went missing, and they got proof that this nigga didn't do the crime. So everything is looking up for our boy right now. But unfortunately, bro was still found guilty and has to spend life in prison. Nah, these are some corrupt ass judges. They basically just said, yeah, we're too lazy to catch the dude that actually did it, so we're just gonna lock you up instead. And Kita gives Higuruma a death glare. Higuruma's like, damn, it wasn't my fault.
What did I do?
As everyone was leaving, we see Higuruma slamming the gavel over and over again until his Shikigami appears. And bro says, nah, where's everybody going? Did I say you could leave? We having a retrial. So we cut to Amai's past as this random dude is getting jumped by 4 people. Amai's like, hey, that's on you, twin. If you want to survive in this place, you gotta put your head down and mind your business. Then all of a sudden we hear someone yelling stop. Amai turns around and says, get a load of this guy. The leader of the bullies is like, hold on, are you a middle schooler? Hey, you better show some respect, little bro. He's about to punch Yuji, but he leg sweeps him and socks him in the face. One of his boys picks up a weapon trying to hit Yuji, but bro palms his face and slams him to the ground. The last one tries to sneak attack him, but Yuji hits a spin kick, knocking him out. After Yuji is done, he looks at Amai, and Amai's like, I don't want no smoke, gang. We go to Megumi as Remy says, why would you want to go to Ikebukuro for? I'll be honest, there's a lot of shit there, but there's also a lot of enemies. Can we just go to my base first at least? I need to take a shower anyways. Yeah, Megumi has 0 survival instincts. We then see this shirtless guy on the ground with a lot of receipts, and he's wondering where Remy is with his next victim. Nah, see, I knew something was off about her. This is why you can't trust randoms. We cut to Yuji as Amai tells him that Higuruma should be using this theater as a base face. Yuji's like, thanks gang, I'll see you later. Wait, you ain't just gonna leave just like that. And Yuji says, yeah, I gotta link up with my boy. Amai tries to warn him about how strong Higuruma is, but Yuji's like, man, it's okay. I'm big Yuji out this bitch. Ain't nobody gonna touch me.
This nigga is crazy.
Yuji runs in and Amai is contemplating about telling him what really happens inside. Yuji opens the door, but we cut to Megumi. He's wondering if this guy is Higuruma, and he says, Higuruma? Nah, I'm Reggie, my boy. See that girl Remy over there? Yeah, she just backdoored you, little bro. And Megumi gives her the meanest death glare. This nigga was about to turn into now you're right there and then. And Remy says, hey, stop looking at me like that, boy. I ain't scared of you no more. Reggie is, be quiet, my nigga. I'm about to slime you for wasting my time. See, that's what I'm talking about, Megumi. Lock in. But Reggie just laughs. He tells Megumi, yo, you're strong. I ain't gonna lie. If you were weak, I was about to murk you. You wanna work together?
Is this nigga serious?
He also tells us that he knows information about Kenjaku, and apparently bro is biding his time waiting until the strong ones are left so he can drop a nuke and kill everybody. Nah, bro is genuinely a school threat. We go back to Yuji as he sees Higuruma and says, hey, are you Higuruma? Shit, I might be twin who is asking. Alright, look, I gotta talk to you. And Higuruma says, oh, word? You wanna talk to me? That'll be 5,000 yen per hour. Bro didn't make it as a lawyer, so he had to become a scam artist. Yuji's like, nah, bro's tweaking, but he's not a reincarnated sorcerer, so I'm in the clear. Listen, just hear me out. You got 100 points, right? Well, we need your points to make the calling games a little bit more safe. Can we use them? And Higuruma tells Yuji that he refuses.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
And he also says that the law always wavers, but in the calling games, the rules are perfect. But Yuji's like, bro, these games are ritual. If we don't act now, everyone in this country will die, including you. Stop capping, twin. These games are far better than what I faced out there. But Yuji's not going for it. He goes into his fighting stance and demands to use Higuruma's points. Higuruma, seeing this, pulls out his Shikigami, and Yuji's confused. He didn't know he even had one. Then we just hear domain expansion as they go into this courtroom. Damn, bro really said fuck a fair fight. So the episode ends off with Kenjaku walking up to these politicians and he's like, thank you for waiting for it. This nigga is dead ass weird. But that's where I'm gonna end the video. Let me know if y'all want some more JJK or Hell's Paradise. But without being said, I'll see you next time.